given your experience going all the way back to the 70s and Burroughs and your personal and professional evolution, and what you guys are doing here at Lectronix, that certainly seems not to be the case, that innovation is alive and well. Talk to us about how you've seen that change over the years from the engineering perspective.
People are the same. The people who made really good engineers in 1965 in the electronics field or the computer field, electronics field in general, are still those same people, same type of people would do very well in 2011. So it's not a people issue. The big change, if you want to know my view on the enormous change, Google.
In what way?
I have the world available to me at my fingertips in a moment's notice. I use it all the time in my personal life. I use it all the time in my professional life. Before we're through and you guys leave, I'll Google both of you and find out a great deal about you and probably find out what you're doing right now. So it's having the world's best encyclopedia that we've never seen sitting in the middle of our brain. And my view is data is everything. You make bad decisions without data. You make better decisions when you have data. And when you have all the right data, it's almost impossible to make a bad decision. Bad decisions almost always turn out to be due to lack of data. My personal view is probably expressed by, you cannot change the past. You cannot predict the future. And if you remember those two things, you don't spend your time crying about what happened yesterday or what you did wrong yesterday. You learn from it, and from that you learn. And also, probably the best innovators and the best people are those whose mind work on a probability basis. There are no black and whites, there's only grays. And I evaluate every decision I make, consciously or unconsciously, I think, by looking at the probabilities of different outcomes and making the decision based on what I think. Where I can make the error is the data feeding that probability matrix in my mind. And I learned that a long time ago, that nobody's right all the time, and what I will not tolerate, people working with me, I will not tolerate guesses, okay, called assumptions. Assumption is a sophisticated word where I don't know, so I'll guess. You don't have to make an assumption if you have the data. So, and I try not to make critical decisions based on guesses, because those usually turn out to be disastrous. And I've had some disastrous ones. Every time I go back and look at it, it was because I stupidly made a decision without having all the information I could have gotten. And if you can't get enough information to make a decent decision, walk away from it.